And fall in, my fellow scout troopers. I am Mcgrath from Scouts of Entertainment here, and we are at Third Age Reforged. It's a great 5v3 siege battle replay today, sent to me by Beastie70, one of 5 attacking armies today. And before we get started, if you want to see your own replay featured here on this channel, which can be from any Total War game, including mods, you can send it to my email at scoutsoventertainment@gmail.com. You can send it to me via Discord via direct message. You can join my Discord server Scouts Reconnaissance and post it there. Or you can simply tag me in the replay you want to see featured here on this channel that you post in your respective Discord as well. I always look out for that too. And with that, let's get underway today with the army comps. Starting with Beastie's army, of course, who's Mirkwood. There's some Woodrealm Axemen here. Not a bad melee unit. More on the mid to light tier side. There's some Woodrealm Patrol here, light tier archers. Pretty good. 2 units there. Looks like Beastie's armored up his troops all the way. We've got some Hurric Spearmen here. And some Hurric heavy swords, 2-handed heavy swords, some Her sword and shields, 3 units of them, and we also have some Herpeng archers, maybe 2 units of them too. We have some more Hurric spearmen, some Huntsmen of Ummalunk. Wonder how he's going to use them. We have his ally here, son of the Dunedain, who's commanding Isengard. We have some Uruk-hai infantry here, Uruk-hai berserkers, guards of Orthanc. Is that walk skirmishers? It is. Herpeng archers and Hualang swordsmen. We got 2 units total maybe of war skirmishers. We got some Uruk-hai crossbows, maybe 2 units of them. I see some Nazgûl. Down there clansmen, about 2 units of them. 2 or 3 units of the Saga skirmishers. And possibly some more infantry embedded in there. I can't tell just yet, but I can see a few more crossbows in there as well. Alright, down here, what we got? We have Mordor, can ride the Wom Raider. Got some Orc fighter here, I think maybe 2 units of them. We've got some Uruk-hai, more on infantry, a couple units maybe 3 in our total. Some Orc maulers, geez, he spread out his army for some reason. Orc javelins, Sauron's Will, Uruk captains, another unit of Sauron's Will, Temple Guard there, Nazgûl. It's a standard unit, general's not in that unit. There's a Blackguard of Barad-dûr, looks to be just the 1 unit there. And we got some more on halberds mixed in there as well. Possibly 2 units there total. So strange army there for Mordor. I don't know why he spread out his troops. It's not like the defenders can really hit him from this angle. Maybe when he's closer to the fortress, sure, but right now, I don't know why he's done that. Maybe he's just being cautious. Okay, our 4th attacker today is Hobbit Folk, the Shire, commanded by Modexa. There's some Proudfoot protectors here. Some farmers of Buckland, a couple units there, bandits as well, 2 units maybe. We have some Bambrados archers, Hobbitry and arms, maybe 2 or 3 units total. More Bambrados archers. And that's all I can see there for now, but Longbottom mob I will look out for. So we've got Tookish hunters and Dunedain rangers also embedded in there as well. Farmers of Buckland I think I've already commented on. We have the dreaded Ents. And obviously Proudfoot protectors, 1 unit probably of them. You can bring 2, but I think there's a penalty for bringing 2. Over here we have the Balewins, the cavalry unit of Modexa. Attackers here brought a little bit of cavalry actually. And our final attacker is Angmar, commanded by Y2K86. There's the Witches of Angmar. We have here Witch of Hammerguard. The general here is in the Witches unit. Don't see that too much these days. We have some Mistrand Blackguard here. Hammerguard's armoured up. Looks like all the Angmar units have armoured up where they can. We have Barrow Whites here, a couple units as well. Good about Guard here. Guardians of Khazad-Dum, 2-3 units of them. We have some Saga Stalkers, cannon fodder really. More good about Guard. Maybe he's got 2 units of Saga Stalkers. We have some Goblin Band, also pretty much cannon fodder as well, 2 units of them. And I know that the Guardians were armoured up, but I guess I was wrong. Guardians here are not armoured up. None of the units are for the Guardians. Over here with some Blackwatch Legion. These guys are not armoured up either. Okay, a bit of a gamble there. But Y2K, let's hope it pays off for him. And let's have a look at the first of 3 defending armies today. We're almost there. We have the Wars of Khazad-Dum. So no sloucher here today. We got some 4th Edition Shield Guard here. Maybe 2 or 3 units of them. I'm seeing 3 flags, so it makes me think 3 units. We have here 3rd Edition Infantry, also 3 units. We have some Sons of the Fallen. We have another unit of 4th Edition Shield Guard. Some Mithril Guard, hammers are good to bad. Well, another unit of Sons of the Fallen, maybe. Another unit of Hammers are good to bad. You know, where the... Got some 2nd Legion Axguard, I think, and some 1st Legion Pikes. I see as well. I don't see, however, the Iron Watch of Mirkwood. One of the key units I would think Khazad-Dum would bring. Especially to a siege. That's where they can really shine. We'll keep an eye out for him. It's possible he didn't bring him. And, you know, hats off to StarKiller if he didn't. No, there they are, right there. Because it's much harder to win, I think, without the Iron Watch than it is with them. He's got him in a nice spot. He'll bring him up once the attack really begins down here. So defenders can't really just sally in like they normally could. They do, they're probably going to cost themselves the battle. That's how much of an impact the Iron Watch can make. We have Dorwinion here, commanded by Bloodbath Mcgrath. We've got some Evelyn infantry here. So Evelyn marksmen. We've got Imladris here, commanded by Diego Rio Eitremos. Some Imladris Guardians armored. Elden Enemy Spearmen, Guaita Arten, and some Imladris Guardians again. Looks like we have an armored up army here from Imladris. Guaita Dunedain here, and Imladris sentries. Any other troops there? It doesn't look like it, does it? We have Morquindi bows, Morquindi pikes, Morquindi glade masters, Morquindi bows, Elden Enemy swordmasters, Morquindi glade lords. Now I would question this, but we know the attackers do have 2 units of elite cavalry of themselves. Well, I suppose you could say Amalnak is heavy cav, but not. I wouldn't say elite. But it's definitely on the higher end spectrum. Now the Morquindi glade lords can go toe to toe with the Balewinds and can easily take on the Amalnak, but together they might struggle to take on both cavalry units at the same time. We have some Evelyn Vinegard here, Nandor Glade Guard, Evelyn Vinegard, Evelyn Marksman, Evelyn Infantry, and we have some Guaita Rotudor as well. Evelyn Hammerguard, Morquindi Pikes again, Elder Enemy Spearmen, Imladris Sentries, Godhelm Enur, Swords Rivendell, Elder Enemy Archers, Swords Rivendell, Orientina Warriors, a couple units of them there. And I'm actually half wondering, does anyone else see a little problem here for the defenders? We'll touch on that probably in a second. Now, the defenders, unlike most defending armies in the past, are not going to make their last stand or fall back to this section of the city, where there is nowhere to run, essentially. They're actually going to fall back to this part of the city, which we don't often see. It's been a long time since we've seen defenders fall back to here. There's some Orientina Warriors and Archers of Rivendell here on the hilltop. Got a nice angle to fire on the enemy forces that come through this direction. We'll see how effective that is. Most of the attackers will probably come at the front end of the city, which make this position mostly obsolete. It all depends how successful Isengard and Mirkwood are at the back, and if they come this way. Because those 2 armies can easily come this way as well and join their allies. Dorwinion's going to fall. This is the spot that Dorwinion's going to defend, obviously. But if he falls here, I kind of wonder what Khazad-Dum will do. Let's just have a look here. This is probably Khazad-Dum's fallback position. This will be how he gets back to his allies. This has to be the route that he has to take. It's probably a bit risky for him to come this way, especially if Dorwinion and Imladris pull back towards this part of the city here. If they pull back to here, then consider Khazad-Dum's retreat cut off by the attackers. So, yeah, this is not the way Khazad-Dum should come at all once combat really gets underway here today. Morquindi Stalkers. Okay, so Dorwinion also brought another unit of Cav. And he was trying to get some pot shots here into Angmar. Shooting into the backs of Guardians. Good target. Also good about Guard. A tempting target to always shoot at as well. They are a mid-tier troop. And any Angmar player does rely on them in combat, so they're always worth firing a few shots at if you can get a good shot on them. So Stalkers here just running around looking for a mark. Y2K does have his switches towards the front part of the army as we saw, so they're not going to be as easily targeted. We got some barrows being sent up first because it'll take them the longest to get there, and by the time the rest of the attacking forces move up, Barrow Whites will be in position. Y2K and Y2K can take full advantage of them at the front lines. Because I don't think the defenders have too many ranges, or if any, at that, because none of these factions, from memory, have any body-piercing units. So that's one thing the attackers don't need to worry about, which is a big plus. We can see that they can take more aggressive steps. The Iron Watch and Mirror is probably the only unit they need to worry about, which is why they can't just charge in the absence of no ranges. Starkiller's positioning here is a little weird, but Isengard did not bring any Learned Hunting back, so I guess that's why Starkiller feels comfortable positioning his troops like this. Although, if they bought Greenwood Rangers, then I think he's in a bit of strife, but I didn't see any Greenwood Rangers earlier when we were going through the army comps here for Beastie. So maybe Beastie's sort of kicking himself now for not bringing any Greenwood Rangers. Especially if Starkiller's going to stack up his army like this. Now all these troops are in shield wall formation, so although they're being shot at, they can soak up a crap ton of ammunition without falling or taking too much damage. They're just taking a little bit here. But Khazad-Dum can easily handle this. Not so much from the Elders of the Elven King, but, you know, still got good armor. They'll be able to handle this. But Starkiller wants to sally out here. Or he wants to use the sun's shield value to help out. Well, nowhere else in the city is under attack right now, so we can afford just to sort of sit back and check out Beastie's strategy here to sort of soften up the walls. It's not an easy task, but, you know, Mirkwood does have decent damage with their missiles, with their archers. We'll see whether it makes an impact. But so far you can clearly see. You're only seeing a few of the walls fall here under all that firepower. Maybe not a good idea. We can see the First Division pikes here kind of exposed. Starkiller's slowly moving forwards here towards the enemy. He's moving up his general here as well. Got to keep that general closer to the Sons of the Fallen, probably. And I hope Starkiller knows what he's doing. Now there's no way Beastie can take on this many dwarves by himself. He's got a good army, but the dwarves in melee combat are better. Beastie's throwing everything he's got here to establish his front line and hold it. First Division pikes also moving up. Hammers Wintervat also moving up. Now Starkiller is forcing Beastie to blow up his troops here, but his own troops are kind of mixed throughout the whole of Beastie's force here. So firing in with the Unwatching Mirror is probably a high risk strategy, but if he was going to, I would suggest targeting the Hearst Sword and Shields here. They are towards the back line of the army and should significantly reduce the risk of friendly fire. But as we can clearly see here, the 4th Division Shield Guard and those infantry making significant ground here, carving a path through all the elves. I don't think firing the Iron Watch should be a good idea anymore. It could actually stall his own counter-attack here if he hits them. We got here the Legion Bodyguard under heavy fire. But we all know the Legion Bodyguard here packs some serious stats in terms of armor. and defense. We've got here Wooden Realm Patrol firing in. It's a Herping Archers. Huntsman of Omlin Monk. Alright, I want some Mirmir here. Fire it in, try and take out the Wooden Realm Patrol and the Elders of the Elven King. And Herping Archers. Geez, Beastie mixed up all 3 units. We got Mordor here behind. Somehow he got behind Khazad-Dum. How did the Warm Raider get behind him? Oh, he came up this way. He's arrived. Alright. What we got going on here? First, this is probably not a good idea, although Legion Pikes do have shields in their back. That might help. But he needs a Legion Bodyguard back here, or the Mithril Guard. Mithril Guard does contain the General. Legion Bodyguard, or Hammond is a good bad unit, need to be diverted here to the back lines. Now it's a race against the clock here for Starkiller. He should be targeting the Elders of the Elven King, try and take out the General. We've got 2 units of Mithril Guard here, 2. Okay, Iron Watch here down to 16. Olog High has made a mess of them. But they're still in the fight. Iron Watch here needs to move forward and try and fire on Mirkwood. He's got to try and keep Mirkwood back, or deal as much damage as he can to his archers. He's got to keep sending his lines forward. He's got to try and drive beasties further down the path here as he can. He's doing that. Legion Shield Guard here moving forwards. He's got to keep up the fight though. It's funny, the only way Starkiller can survive here, really, he's got to press the attack on both sides as hard as he can. He can't afford to slacken off. We've got some troops here, so those in infantry not doing anything. Starkiller's going to get those guys racing forwards. Headed straight towards the Herping Archers and Woodland Realm Patrol. Probably pulled back the Iron Watch and Mirror. I'm not sure where they are right now. Oh, there they are. They're under fire. From the Temple Guard, no less. Okay. That means they're not long for this world. They're falling fast. Starkiller's got to run them. Beast is going to finish him off. Alright, it's a big asset though they're taking away from Starkiller. Yeah, how many troops can Starkiller take with him before he succumbs? It is impressive how the Huntsman made it through the Dwarven lines. Well, Starkiller will win there, that's for sure. Temple Guard looking for a better vantage point. The Dwarves need more troops. They're about to be outflanked by the Sauron's will. Here comes reinforcements. This unit of Sons of the Fallen is probably the prime target of the Orc Javelins. Black Guard of Barad-dûr coming in. Will they push through? Yes, they will. It's unlucky that StarKiller lost his Iron Watch. Blackadder is shaken. I'm not sure why he brought him this far. We have seen them break around this mark, and they are between two now enemies, or two different parts of StarKiller's army here. They're going to be sandwiched. That makes them, their chances of breaking extremely high now. We've got some 30 infantry and 2 units of 4th Division shield guards. Should be more than enough to finish off Beastie's forces here. The dwarves are scattered, but they're still in this match. Let's have a look over here. We've got archers Rivendell, not firing just yet. This unit of archers also not firing. Noting the warriors also being drawn into the fight and have ammunition still. Alright, they broke him. They just broke him. And got Imladris Guardians over here. Got Elden with Swordmasters. So we got Diego coming to the aid of his ally. Gonna try and take out the Orc Javelins. Looks like Imladris broke through Mordor's forces to try and help his teammate with a small incursionary force. Most of his army is probably with Dorwinion, but he sent some troops and they managed to fight their way to their ally. The way they rotated also here down to 7, so they've obviously seen some action. Rochador trying to take down the Temple Guard here as well. That's definitely helping keeping the pressure off the dwarves. They're depleted but still in this match. 34 to 45. Very impressive. I thought StarKiller would be fighting his way out of this one on his own. Nicely done. Swordsmen out here on their own. Imladris is setting up their archers here, and I'm not sure why exactly. It's a bit of a risk. You still got to use that ammunition. He's keeping the One Raider busy. We've got Ever the Marksman out of ammunition, being left alone. Probably should support the Elden archers. Mukindi bows still firing away, being protected by the Mukindi Glade Lords. No battle underway over here. Son of the Dunedain forming up. War skirmishers coming in. Probably out of ammunition by now. I think we've got the Mukindi bows shooting at him. Yeah, we do. Come on, boys, fight on. Who's shooting at these guys? Is that the Godhelm Menuar? It is. Okay. The Blackwatch Legion could be getting into the Godhelm if he's not careful. So Diego probably needs to fall back soon. We've got Imladris Sentries moving up, along with Mukindi Glade Masters. So, you know, defenders here setting up a few of their elites. It's a good thing the Godhelm has an accuracy of almost 100%. Had to move around quite a bit here all of a sudden. Well, this has taken an unexpected turn. Who's shooting at him? We've got Dwarven reinforcements coming in to sort of break this little circle that Beastie has formed around the shield guard. There goes here, on the ramp. Who is shooting? Maybe it was Archers of Rivendell here shooting. It was. Alright. Yep. Okay, one already just lost his general. We've got McQuinty Stalkers over here, so they ran around the whole city. Alright, and just like that, Imladris and the remnants of Khazad-Dum can withdraw back to their fortress or try to outflank the attackers from this direction. Grandboss Brass Archers firing in. Looks like Isengard has engaged the Dorwinion line here. It makes sense for the attackers to put as much pressure as they can on this area because they can spread out their force so much. This ramp is huge in terms of its size. Makes it really hard to pin down all the attackers. They can only pin down a small section at a time. Although if they wanted to follow up the defenders, probably should hit this side of the defense since it's razor thin right now. They got Nandor Greyguard over there, but they're facing off against the Witch-on Blackguard. So down to 26. Haven't seen any sign of the witches just yet. Looks like McQuinty Bows here just sort of trying to soften up the Goblin Band a little bit.
Our allies have fled the field like cowards.
Anyone's going to bust through soon. $54 to 64. Okay, they're going to try and pin down the McQuinty Bows. Okay, McQuinty Bows here is targeting the Gundabad Guard now. Huh, wonder whose that was. The Angmar general was in the Witchy unit. I'm not seeing any charred corpses.
They have lost half their men.
I wonder whose general it was. Tell you what, if he had the witches, now would be a good time to use them. Bandblast archers here firing on the Imladris archers. The bandits down here. Moving across, trying to stay out of range of the Imladris archers, but obviously not working very well. Bandits here still have javelins, but they could have fired into the Imladris forces. But they ran towards them. Well, they tried to go around them, but they didn't have to do that. Is what I'm trying to get at. Just get them in guard mode and fire back. There you go. We're doing a Rangers firing in this area too now. They're firing on the Norrington warriors. I think that's a bit of a mistake. Sentries here down to 20. 69 to 84. We've got Urquhart Berserkers dealing with the Imladris archers. Berserkers untouched. That's a full unit right there. Against the rest of Khazad-Dum's force. I was wondering where they were. Quindy Bow's not doing too much over there. Quindy Gladlord's trying to do some cycle charges. Quindy Pikes are wavering. Alright, they're broken. $73 here to 91. Crossbows here, targeting the dwarves. Sun just needs to put those crossbows on the hill there so we can get a better angle into the dwarves, and then that should take out Khazad-Dum entirely. Well, and what the mob are doing just that. If they can throw their rocks, we should see that soon. Mithril Guard coming in. What's left of the Sons of the Fallen also moving up.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
A bandit taking out the Elven General. Let's see that every day. We got friendlies here mixed around with attackers. Looking at the carnage that's unfolded. I don't know if Y2K ever used his witches. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. There goes Khazad-Dum's general. Okay, no last stand. So the defenders just sort of try to hold the main city. Khazad-Dum had a lot of success to start off with. Unfortunately, his team seemed to struggle defending too much ground, it would appear. An interesting defense, and one that did seem promising to start off with for the defenders. But it just didn't pan out for the other parts of the city. Right now we've got Bloodbath here just running around the city trying to get some charges on unsuspecting troops. Not the best charge there from the Windy Stalkers. They're about to be sandwiched. He's not faring too well against the Goblin Trackers of all things.
Guard him well and make it so he can see us defeat the rest of his army today.
Okay, so BC 70 there getting 743 kills, Y2K 86 893, Modexa 1042, Son of the Dunedain 1715, the Rom Raider 761, Diego 2392, StarKillerX 1648, Bloodbath Mcgrath 2378. I would have thought StarKiller would have got more troops there, but he was fighting against Mirkwood, which has a smaller army based on the soldiers per unit, so I guess it makes sense to a degree. Diego seemed to really help him out with Mordor there in the rear, so well done to Diego for backing up StarKiller, keeping him in the fight as long as he did. Unlucky to Bloodbath and Diego, who struggled with the outer defense, but obviously seemed to hurt the enemy a great deal on 2,000 apiece, so well done to them. If you want to see your own replay featured here on the channel, guys, you can send it to my email at scout7entertainment@gmail.com. You can post it to me directly on Discord as well via private message. You can join my Discord server Scouts Reconnaissance and post it there, or you can simply tag me in the replay you post on Discord as well. This is Mika from Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Goodbye my fellow Scout Troopers, catch you in the next Total War battle.